Okay, day 17. Got the wood stove platform done.
Now you get the lights!
Now we're doing the lights.
Now the motor!
Okay, so today we're gonna work on all the recessed lights. Gotta cut them in. Finish the outlets, put all the outlets in. So the way we're doing it is kind of, not backwards, but no, I wouldn't even say this is backwards. Yeah, a little bit, not really. Because I'm gonna put the electrical stuff in, then prime, just so I'm getting some material out of the way, tools out of the way, so I can plug in some lights and turn on some lights and plug in some heaters, stuff like that, so while I'm painting or priming. And so the house starts to warm up, get the floor going. So I'm just trying to do a lot of the high overhead stuff, the skylights, before I put the floor down. That way I'm not like cutting holes in the sheetrock and things are falling down. Just less risk of damaging the floor. Even though we were not supposed to do anything yesterday because it's Christmas, we still cleaned the floor, scraped all. This is just flat, flat spackle left. We scraped all the big bumps. That's a nice big pile of garbage. So now I'm gonna empty all this stuff into the basement and bring some lights up and start doing that. Okay. Are you throwing those down? That's okay. Throw the next one. Let's see how you do it.
Oh, it can't fall!
That's okay. Oh, look, it's standing up. Whoa!
Slide out! It wasn't slide out!
That was a good throw. You did it!
Yeah, that one.
There's more over there. Let's get them. Kids aren't really fans of cleaning up until they get to throw something down a flight of, non-existent flight of stairs. Then they love it. Throw it down. Whoa, you have a sword. Okay, so I started this as day 17. And that day just kind of took a turn for the worst. I had to end up putting my dog down. So it's, I think it's day 20 now. I just kind of just took some time to myself, a couple days, and just did what I could. I didn't get a crazy amount done, but I did do a lot because I didn't really do anything but work. I worked till like 10 o'clock at night for 3 days straight, so I primed the whole house. The whole bedroom side's done. Well, you can see behind me I started the kitchen. We've got more cabinets over here. There's a big giant pile of cardboard, more cabinets in there. I did the shiplap on the dining room ceiling. This video is a little dark in here. And I did the vinyl flooring in the, well, it's under all that cardboard and tarps. I have it all covered up. And then my brother was here for 2 days. I helped him get set up and just hung out, and so now feeling better, back in the groove. And today, well, and now Mila and Courtney and Sebastian are all sick from Courtney and Sebastian going on the plane. They caught something, so I'm just trying to get. I'm gonna try to get these lowers done, and maybe these two big ones because they have to go up on a platform, which I don't even know if I can do this, get those up myself. I really don't want to try to lift them and drop them. So I'm gonna just see how much I can do with being in and out, taking care of them. But like it's just like, it feels like it's so hard to get in the house because we're so close and things just keep happening. And I keep losing time. So it's like we're all I have left is, I just gotta, I'm getting these cabinets down so I can get all this out of the way. And then all I have to do is clean the floor, scrape it one more time, vacuum it one more time, and put the flooring down. So, we're like right there. And I just can't like seem to get it done because just things keep coming up. But that's just the way life goes. So I'm just gonna keep going and do what I can. That's all. But yeah, this is our cabinets. It's the white shaker cabinets. I really like this one. The kitchen sink cabinet. This is all plastic. The whole cabinet is made of plastic. So if anything spills or and then it has these neat little sponge holders, because usually this is a fake door. So that opens, it has these little holders, which is nice. Another little insert here. So, and I'm working my Crocs today because my boots are soaking wet and trying to dry them. So, yeah. Hard couple days, but back in the groove now, so see how we do. I'm hoping today's Monday, it's January 2nd, so I'm hoping like within a week we're in the house. Not moved in fully, but sleeping in here, and the wood stove's in, and we're like comfortable. Okay, so usually when I do cabinets, you can see my blue line on the wall back. Usually I snap my lines like on the wall, then I start moving cabinets in, but we were working so late, it just wasn't thinking, so we started open because we had just stuff everywhere. There's boxes everywhere. Just trying to get stuff out of the way, clean the house up a little bit. So we started putting them all just where they go. So I didn't snap this wall in time, but I just pulled all these cabinets out a little bit. And I just put a screw on this corner. And then I have my mark on that corner from yesterday. So, because I like to just make a line. Oh, come on, baby. I like to make a line at the height of the cabinet, which is almost every time 34.5. And then snap a line. Well, it depends, because if this is a brand new house, so I know it's level, so I can make that 34.5, maybe 34 5/8 is a little better, because not all the cabinets are exactly the same. It just gives you a little extra room to play. So this, I don't even really have to put the level on the floor, because usually I'll set up my laser, and then we'll start from one point, measure 34 5/8, and then check the rest of the room to see which way we have to go, because sometimes you'll have to pick them up a little bit. Chalk line has too much chalk in it. So you want to start from you want to, if you're doing an older house if you're remodeling a kitchen, you want to start from the, what would you start from, the higher point, lower, and pick them up? Yeah, you're going to start from the higher point and pick them up. And then that way you can shim under all the cabinets. But when it's a brand new house, still check the level, but I know it's level because I built it. So I don't have to check, I just make my lines. So now I have that line. Now I can screw all these together. I need one spacer here, and these 4 get screwed together and screwed back to the wall. And then these 2 are done. This is done, and I need another spacer over here that I have to cut, so I'll probably just cut both spacers at once. So now I'm just gonna do these real quick. Okay, got the pantry and the wall oven done. We're all screwed up. All screwed, the sides all screwed and done, leveled out. Shims on. So what I do, I screw this side. Well, I screw them all together and then get them all close to the line. Screw this side and that side, and then I hang, you can see all the blue chalk. I hang a string from here, this corner, to that corner, and then I put the shims where I need them to be in and out, because the wall is obviously not perfect. But now you can see that's nice and straight. Some of them, like obviously in between the middle of the frame, you can't straighten out. So when you do a kitchen, you can buy engineered studs that are perfectly straight. On new construction, it is kind of a smart idea. It's a lot easier than doing all this, but they cost a lot of money. So I've installed so many kitchens, I know how to do it without like driving myself crazy. But if somebody's either I guess if you remodel, you can get them too, because you can just sister them to the new, or to the, if you take down your sheetrock, you can buy the engineered studs and put them next to your other studs. That way you can shave anything you need to. It's probably a way to do it, but new construction is definitely a good idea. I just didn't fit it in the budget, not even gonna go there, so I'm just doing it like we usually do. And you can see the purple foam in all the windows, spray foam. So we got the heaters running now, so it is nice and warm inside. Well, warmish. We'll see in like a couple days when it's like 30 to 27 degrees how warm it is in here, but at least no air's coming in. Our windows should be here in 2 weeks. I hope. I really hope, because I cannot wait to get some daylight in here and just to actually have it sealed off. But this is working pretty good, because this is R7.5, so it's basically like the whole house is just insulated now with no glass. Anyway, okay, so we're doing good. I think now I'm going to snap my lines for the top cabinets, and I'm going to start those. Now this is going to be hard by myself. What I'm going to do, which is like a big waste of time, but I have no choice, snap my lines, and then screw a piece of wood, and then I can sit the cabinets on top. That way I can have a second to adjust myself, get a screw in and all that stuff. Because usually I would just hold the cabinet on the line and then one of the guys go up and screw it, but I am by myself, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so I had this piece of pine that I use for the tile in my bathroom just to screw on. So I screwed this on. There's my line. Screwed it right on the line. And now I can just grab a cabinet and set it on top. Okay, so I got those two up and leveled and screwed. I'm putting the screws on the bottom and then on top in the back, so there's no screws on the inside. sometimes you have to put, like if this was a flat 8-foot ceiling, then we have to put screws up top. Doesn't really matter. It's just a little nicer. If you don't have to see them, you don't have to see them. So that's it's a little bit nicer if you can get up on top. And then, so for this next one is a 15-inch, and I have the under cabinet lighting wire. So we're gonna have lights under here. So this wire has to go through here. So I'm just gonna drill a hole and then pass it through, and then it'll stick out until I feel like I ordered them already and they never came, so I gotta check for that. Okay, so that's it. Nice little hole. It'll get covered up by the light. Now, this wire just stays here until I unhook the lights. Now I'm gonna work this way. So we got a wood, the hood vent is a wood one. Well, it's backwards, but this is it right here. The other side has some trim on it and stuff, and it's just a decorative piece. So that is gonna go right here. But I'm gonna do this cabinet, and then this cabinet, and then, so I'll finish all the cabinets, and that's gonna be last. Because that's the most fragile piece and pain in the neck to put up. So, because I'm also going to probably need somebody else for that. Have somebody just help me hold it, because I don't want to, well, not that I want to take a chance holding any of these up, but that I really don't want to take a chance holding up by myself. So I'm just going to keep working myself around. Okay, we're starting this side now. This side is done, besides the hood, but that will be later. And then obviously crown molding and all that, but I do, so with vinyl floor, laminate floor, any floating floors, this is what I'll do. Cabinets, oh, okay, the battery didn't die. Cabinets, then the flooring, because you don't want the cabinets on top of any kind of floating floor. So then I'll do the flooring. Then I'll do all the trim on the bottom and the top at once. So that way it's like all the cabinet trim, one shot, done, putty everything, and get it all done. So right now, because I'll just lay the trim all here on the counter. Get it out of the way, get the whole house cleaned up, bang out the floor, then come back and do all the trim around the house. Doors, floor molding, door molding, windows, cabinet trim, all at once. That way you're in the zone for trim. Like now I'm in the zone for cabinets, so tonight's gonna be a late night because I'm feeling good, and for myself I'm doing good. I mean, this is a big kitchen. This is 3 walls of cabinets, and it's 18 this way and 12 this way, so it's a big kitchen, and I'm gonna finish it tonight, but I'll be late. So, but I'm feeling good. And I'm moving pretty quick, so I'm gonna keep going. So when I get ready to hang a new cabinet, so this 12-inch one is going to go right there. I like to take the doors off first. Just makes it a lot easier to, oh, that would help if I had a battery. Whoopsie. Don't want to do that. Here's my battery. Oh, I really gotta get a new tripod here. I broke my big one, and that light was probably shining right in the screen. I broke my big one, so I've been carrying this. It's a pain in the butt. So I like to take them off. I'm not left-handed, so. Come on, baby. No, easy. Oh, come on. Can't do this one-handed. Okay. Okay, so take the door off, leave the hinges on the door, so they're not in your way. And then I like to put those screws back in because no matter how careful you are, you'll always lose them. So if they're in the hole, then they're not going nowhere. Because if you don't lose them, then you will. If you don't lose them while you're installing, then you will suck them up when you vacuum, when you clean all the cabinets out. So I just, after always losing them, I finally started just taking the door off, putting them right back in, and still always seem to forget a couple. Alright, so this one is gonna go here, and I want to open it. I want to open it from the sink out, so when you're doing dishes, put stuff away. Always try to make the most sense of what way you're opening the doors. Doesn't really matter because you can always move them in the future. Sometimes you have to move them when you first install anyway, so so this cabinet, this side is going to be by the window, which will be open. So if that was damaged, you have to flip the cabinet and then flip the door back. So, which I don't like to do. Well, I mean, oh jeez, if you have to, you have to. If your cabinet's damaged. But, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this? This drill has seen better days. Oh God, okay. Let's get the other one. This one's a lot newer. This one, the head gets stuck. Like I need channel locks to get the drill bit out, to undo it. Just an old one. Okay, now is my hole for the electric. Okay, not what I wanted to do. Okay. There it is. Okay. Now got my clamp. There's a way to do almost everything by yourself. It's just not that fun. Cabinets are definitely doable by yourself with a piece of wood like this. See, and then so I got it up. I just put a clamp. I like to clamp it first. So we'll clamp it, screw the cabinets together, then screw it to the wall. Because if I were to screw this to the wall, and then I need to move this, like you could see, I have to move the one I just put down. If I screw it to the wall, you can't move them. So I like to get the cabinet face, the frame done first, then screw everything to the wall, level like it. Because once I get all the frames together, if I made a mistake and like say this is unlevel, I can just pick the whole thing up as one unit. Not that that's fun to do it like that, but it's a lot easier than trying to. Okay, you're leveling this cabinet, you level each one, screw them on the wall, then screw them together. It doesn't work like that because look, they're sitting on the same piece of wood, and the frames, like nothing, no matter how much you spend, nothing is perfect. So it's just a nice little trick frame first, then screw everything to the wall. And that corner is done. So we got done, 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 done. Done, 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 done. Done, not bad for one guy in a day. Now I'm gonna do the island. So with the island, I'll screw all these together, the cabinets, the fronts and the backs, because this has to be one secure rectangle. And then I'll move it around to exactly where I want it from the distance, you know, from this cabinet to that cabinet, the distance from here to there. So like I'll make all my walkways. I'll build the whole rectangle, get it where I want it, trace the bottom. So I'll trace the bottom, the foot, and then I'll tip the whole thing back, lay it on its back, screw some 2x4s down to the plywood, tip it back up, and then screw the cabinet into the 2x4s. So then the island is screwed down, never gonna move, no problem. And I also have to run an outlet over here and over here, which I can do whenever. And the nice thing about the basement is it's not a crawl space, so any wiring or whatever I do later downstairs, no big deal. So that's nice. Okay, now we'll get this done now. Okay, screwed the fronts together all nice. Beautiful. And I always make, so you can see the top is a little bit different. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Oh. Come on, baby. There we go. See, the top is a little uneven. I always make the bottom flat because you always see the bottom. The countertop will hang over 1.5 inches. You can actually see see through the crack there too. So, you know, the cabinet frames are not, they don't come perfect. So you make it as nice as possible. But this is, so you make the bottom flat, because you'll always see that. I mean, once the doors and stuff on, you actually really don't see it, but there's more likely you'll see that because the countertop hangs over and will cover any imperfections on top. You can even take a Dremel, cut these down if you want. It's the same thing, all these frames, the middle pieces, they're always different. Even on the same cabinet. This one could be flush and that one could be higher. So, just little tricks. So now I have to take a shim and, oh yeah, I'm doing cabinets and crocks too. So take a shim, find that thickness in the front, and then push it, open up the back. So I want to match every one. So that way, if I measure from here to here, I want it to be the same measurement here to here. Just so it's all square, and so the front, so it doesn't look like a triangle where the front is wider, the back is skinnier. Okay, and that's how you want it to look. Nice and equal all the way. Number 2. And number 3. There you go. And we were perfect. 78 in the front and 78 in the back. Now I can move it around and see where I want it. Okay, I've got it where we want it. Now I'm gonna trace it. There's the ladder. There's the cardboard. Come on, cardboard. Oh gosh. Okay. See, some things you just need 2 hands for. Oh gosh. Okay. Gotta go down. Okay, there we go. Under here. Okay, and then now that's exactly where I need it. It's 42 3/8 from here, 42 3/8 from there, and a 4-foot walkway here. So, I mean, you can go as small as 36, but I always try to get, I would never make the island too big because 36 is kind of tight. Especially like here we have a wall oven, here will be the fridge. So 36 with the fridge is too small. You can kind of steal space from the sink if you want, but, and like an oven, this is the stove top, so you can stand in front of that. It's not like anything opening. Well, if you had a combo oven where you open, you definitely want this back more so. And then we're gonna hang over, let's see, 24, so maybe to 44, 20 inches. And then we'll be sitting probably right under this beam where the kitchen stops. That'll be like perfect because the island has 2 posts, so column over there, column over here, 20-inch overhang. It'd be a nice surface area for baking and cooking and kids, stuff. Well, involving the kids in baking and cooking, and or kids' homework, or just whatever, my work, whatever we're doing. We used to have a sink in our island, and when you do it, it's nice, of course, because you're getting used to the kitchen, and then as you use it more and more and more, you kind of wish the island was just flat, because that's like your biggest space you have to. Oh, that feels good. That's your biggest space for all preparation and really everything, eating, and if you sit there, we always sit there, especially for breakfast. Now we finally have a full dining room over here, so dinner will always be at the dining room table. Something we can't wait to just do as a family. So we're excited for that, but we always use the island for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, whatever, and we always had a sink in the way, faucet in the way, and then you have your soap bottles in the way and your sponge in the way, and you put more junk around the sink than you need, so it ends up like a waste of an island. So this one will be great because it's 78, whatever that is, like a little over 7 feet, no, 72, 6 feet, so a little over 6 feet, it's like 6.5. And then it'll be almost 4 feet deep, so a nice big piece. It'll work out. I think it'll work out nice. I'm really happy about this kitchen, the way like we laid it out, designed it, and just the space of it. Because Courtney loves cooking, baking. I enjoy both too. I don't get to do it as much just because work so much, but we do enjoy it as a family, and Mila already loves it, so this will be like the perfect family style kitchen.